turn it up, let it start. From block to block, we snatching hearts and jacking marks. And the for all those motherfuckers that swearing to God that they doing something, that they touching something, that they being something. Y'all niggas ain't shit. That's on my mama, bring the drama, nigga. Young thug. Some say my criminal experience is legendary. I do what's necessary. Niggas wanna see me worry. If you come in hurry, I ain't going down. Fuck the world.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first time I get to use a Bluetooth. So I found a recorder that uses Bluetooth. So I'm hoping with this we can avoid the scratchiness that you get with the plug-in earbuds that scratch on my beard, and so it sounds all scratchy. And I'm hoping we could avoid the really shitty audio with that. And I'm hoping that it sounds all right. So guess we'll find out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Morning Toke. My name's Eddie Law, and let's talk some shit. So, first Morning Toke I've done in a while. If you haven't listened to the show before, it's whatever goes on my mind in the morning as soon as I wake up. And today, it's mostly sports shit. So, no, I just read something funny. Well, first of all, I saw this video that Fred Kirby tweeted out, or retweeted, that supposedly shows Nick Diaz getting knocked out in the boxing ring. And I can say it looks a lot like him, but I don't think it's him. But, who knows? I think it would come out. I think it would come out as being him if it was. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he would, I don't know if he would deny that. I doubt he would deny that because he's realistic about fighting, but I don't know. It's interesting though if he did, right? Because he got dropped, and as we know, the Diaz brothers are known for having like a crazy strong chin. So it's interesting, but boxing's a different game. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened in the sparring session, because you really do never know. That being said, I don't think it's him, but even if it is, okay, well, whatever. Is what it is. What else we got? I saw an article saying that Anthony Pettis' manager says that the McGregor fight is on the horizon. You gotta get past Nate Diaz first, but if he does get past Nate Diaz, I don't see why he wouldn't get the crack at McGregor. But I wonder if it's the same payday that everyone thinks it's still. If it's still the same payday that everyone thinks it is, right? Because with this whole new ESPN Plus deal, I don't know if they're offering the same amount of money or it's pay-per-view points or whatever. I don't know how that works, but it's if it doesn't work the way it used to, there ain't no such thing as a money fights anymore. So if it does, hey, fuck it, go for it. I've always told people, hey, go get your money. You know what I mean? Even ones that make grimy moves and do stupid shit like the nose going off the ESPN and shit. To me, that was grimy, but for another podcast, everyone listens to this knows why already. But go get your money and shit. And I think the Pettis wants to pay Dave. He beats Nate Diaz. Dave sure deserves it. So hey, fuck it, go for it, dude. Get that money. I ain't gonna hit on you on it. Speaking of which, Dana White re-signed a 10-year deal with the UFC. 10 fucking years. Now, of course, everyone's like, fuck, 10 more years of Dana White. First of all, this thing's where it is because of that dude. Among other things, right? But mainly because of that dude. And, it might not be the worst thing. And it doesn't mean he's going to stay there all 10 years. He could just retire one day just because he fucking feels like it. So, relax, folks. But, it's not going too bad so far. He does little things to annoy people and shit, but it's not like the ship is sinking, right? Every year, people come out with this whole, fuck, it's over. It's the end of the UFC, and Bellator's taking over. No, they're not. They're really fucking not. Like, I'm kind of over Bellator at this point. I mean, I'll still watch it, but I'm over this whole, they're going to catch up to the UFC bullshit. Like, I never thought that, not once, and I'm never going to think that. But it gets, stupid like hearing people when they get mad at the UFC talking about, oh, Bellator's going to catch up and surpass him. They're clearly not. Scott Coker's clearly not as good as everyone thinks he is. He's cool. He's good, right? But you keep feeding. Okay, look, if you're going to keep building up Dylan Dance, for example, and keep giving him cans, fine. Don't be putting him on the fucking main card. You know what I mean? Like, you opened up the main card with a bantamweight title fight, and then you had Dylan Dennis fighting third on there. Like, fuck out of here with that bullshit. I don't deserve a time of day from anybody. All right. Great at jiu-jitsu, sure, but you keep giving him cans that can defend. Like, what do you expect is gonna happen, right? He's calling out John Jones and shit. I hope he gets a John Jones type-ish in Bellator and then gets knocked the fuck out so he can get a little bit of reality check here. But, you know, I mean, fuck, the dude fights like and he keeps winning, so you gotta give him that credit, right? UFC Greenville this weekend. What else was there? Dana White did a scrum at the new, what did they call it, the Apex UFC facility that they built. His office looks ridiculous, right? First of all, his office is insane, but he had the giant photo of McGregor and Mayweather staring each other down. It's got to be the finest moment of his career. That's got to be the finest moment of his career to put the fight that big together. An MMA fighter against, Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Like, Conor, is Conor probably a bigger part of that? Sure. You know what I mean? But that had to get negotiated, and Dana White pulled that shit off. So you got to give that man that kind of credit. And he has that big old picture in the back to commemorate the fuck out of it. And it's pretty cool, actually. The whole, like, if you watched any of that live stream, it was on, I think, on the UFC Instagram, put it up as a live, and I think on Twitter too. I'm not 100% sure though, but I was watching it on the Instagram live, and the facility looks fucking ridiculous. It looks way better than the tough facility from before. It looks way better than a lot of that stuff. So it's pretty legit. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a nice facility and shit. Apparently, gonna be doing a lot of shit there. So that's pretty cool. They had Dana White's Contender Series on there. I didn't watch it yet. I'm gonna hopefully watch it today before the show, before our show tonight. Keyboard Warriors. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk about it a little bit. And yeah, I heard there was some good fights on there. And that one dude that should have gotten signed wasn't signed, which is weird. Usually, it tells me it's a fan, it's fan favorite. But I also heard his fight was actually pretty fucking good. So I'm kind of I'm looking forward to seeing the fight. See if I agree with that whole why isn't he selling shit. Other MMA stuff. Fedor's apparently coming back, I guess. But I mean, hopefully not to fight, but I don't know. Coker does this kind of shit where he says, yeah, so-and-so's going to be here, and everyone's like, oh, is he going to fight? Say shit. But I'm assuming he's going to fight one more time. You never know. What else we got? I mean, Sonny retiring kind of sucked. But I talked about that yesterday on the my comedy of errors. But Sonny retiring was I mean, not overdue, really, but the way he talked about his dad after the at the post fight presser, where he's like, they asked him what his dad would say to him, and instead he goes, "I would have told him I tried," and his voice cracked, like, damn, the day, and that was a day before or 2 days before Father's Day, that event went down, Bellator 222. As far as that goes, is anyone actually paying for DAZN? I thought about buying it for this one for 222, just getting the app or whatever, and it's $20 a month. That's $100 a year. Now you get that, you get boxing and a bunch of other things, but I watch mostly MMA, and when I watch boxing, I'm only watching like the big fights, like Fury Schwartz, which wasn't a super huge fight because Fury fucked him up. We all knew he would. But I mean, like the Canelo fights I watch on I don't know if it's on the Zone or something else. I think it is on the Zone. But I'll watch the Canelo fights and stuff like that. But like I don't want like I can't justify because I don't watch enough, and I honestly don't watch enough Bellator to care. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't justify it, but I think the price to me looks ridiculous, even for people that are trying to justify it. So, but you tell me in the comment section below, dude, do you have the zone? Do you pay for it, or do you know, or do you anti-Brendan Schaub it? That's what I'm calling it now. You know, um, yeah, because I'm not gonna say I anti-Brendan Schaub it, but I anti-Brendan Schaub it, right? So, yeah, overall, it's a pretty solid event. A lot of good fights that night. The Danis fight annoyed me, but I was because you knew it was a can. The guy should have been in there. And honestly, you can justify that fight by Danis's record hasn't had that many MMA fights, so you got to give him someone that's not too experienced. But for sure, get him someone that can defend on the ground. What the fuck, or at least be somewhat dangerous on the ground. Like that shit's gonna get old. It's gonna be MVP again. MVP got fed cans until you got You know, he got lucky. To me, he got lucky with Paul Daly, but you got to give him his credit. He won that fight, but then he got hype train derailed after that. So then anyway, Rory McDonald getting the win over Neiman Gracie. That was cool. I thought Gracie would for sure catch him with something. He even went for foot locks or leg locks in that fight, which is pretty cool to see in an MMA fight. Because you go for a leg lock and kind of heel hook stuff like that, you leave yourself wide open for strikes. So it takes some balls to do that in an MMA fight. What else we got? For those NBA fans, NBA news, I guess. Chris Paul wants out of Houston, allegedly. But it's one of those things where he won't request a trade formally, but he's letting it known that he wants out. So instead of going to the gym, he goes, I want to trade. Like he's just telling his inner circle and letting it get out that he wants out of Houston, which I don't blame him with a guy like James Harden on that team. Now James is a bad motherfucker 1-on-1. He's a great player in his own right. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you don't pass. Like you do if you have to, but you don't move the ball. He's a ball stopper for the most part. So, you know what I mean? The only reason that we don't talk about him being like negative is because he makes his shots. These ridiculous fucking shots. So as long as he's doing that, cool. But they're not winning titles. They're not winning titles with either dude together, honestly. I think Paul's on the wrong team. But a lot of people are talking about him going to the Lakers. First of all, he's not going to get traded to the Lakers. The only way he makes it to the Lakers, in my opinion, is if he like works out a buyout and then signs with the Lakers for like a lot less money. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, the Lakers are trying to open up a max spot to pick up another max free agent. They got LeBron. They're gonna have AD on July 6th. They're trying to get another open slot so they can pick somebody else up. Word is Kawhi, Kemba, um, Kyrie, maybe, but Kyrie's supposed to going to the Nets for whatever reason. And I wouldn't be surprised if we went after KD. Well, no, I take it back. I wouldn't be surprised because he's gonna be out for a year. And this next season is LeBron's best window to win a title in LA, which would put him, on the list of just ridiculous players. He's not on the list of ridiculous. He's the top 3 player in history. But I think if he wins a title in LA, they'll start talking about him being the best ever, even though he's only 4 titles. But he took 3 different teams to the finals and won titles. That would be insane. MJ couldn't do that. Obviously, MJ didn't leave his team, which I can appreciate quite a bit. So, what else we got? I think that's it. So tonight, Keyboard Warriors, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Keyboard Warriors MMA.com. Myself, Fred Kirby, District of Okava, will be talking, like Fred says, face punching. We'll talk UFC, Greenville, Bellator 222. What else will we talk? We're talking all the things, man. Make sure you come hang out. Anything MMA related. We'll talk. This Carmouche getting the title shot against Valentina Shevchenko, which actually Fred and I brought up last show. We felt like that was the fight to make because Liz Carmouche could give Valentina a lot of fits, and I think that would be a fun fight to watch, and Valentina could prove herself against a really strong grappler. That'd be legit. As far as Jessica Eye goes, it kind of sucks that she was clearly overmatched and did not belong in there, but she took her shot and it didn't work out. So I'm sure she'll keep fighting and making catching checks and shit. But if you don't win the title, if that's your goal to go for the title, right, and you get a title shot and you clearly get smoked, I'm sure it's difficult. I mean, a lot of people are like, "Fuck, back to the drawing board. I'm gonna change things up and I'm gonna win the next fight." Cool, but I wonder how frustrating and how like like deflating it is, right? It's got to be pretty bad. Pretty bad. You made it to your goal and then you fell short. That's a rough one. That's a rough one to swallow. So it'd be I don't know. It'd be interesting to talk to her and ask her what she feels. But I'm sure she's not down for an interview request right now. Maybe she is. Who knows? Lazy the Savage hangs out with her, so that's a good dude. Maybe he's the way through. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna inquire about it right now, but maybe later on. It'd be nice to talk to somebody that went for a title shot and fell short and see what it is. I'm sure. By the way, there's probably a million of those interviews out there. So I should probably go look for those. But yeah. Anyway, tonight Keyboard Warriors, presented by RepTheWarriors.com. Represent, always hooking us up. New shit coming out, hopefully sometime soon with them. Their designs are ridiculous. Like, holy shit. So, that'd be legit. And then, SpicesPros.com. We're going to be doing a giveaway with them soon. Like I said, I think we'll kind of like a couple sampler boxes. And we'll be doing a couple sampler boxes, and we'll be sending them out to people who's just finishing or finalizing details of how to do the contest. It'll probably be something like follow them on Instagram and Twitter, and screenshot proof or whatever, and fucking send it to them or send it to us. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure something out. So make sure you come hang out with us tonight. I'll be tweeting about it today. 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Keyboard Warriors MMA.com. Come hang out. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell everybody. Seriously, interactive show. Come shoot these shit with us. All right, folks. All right. I'll catch you guys tonight. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, depending on where you're at on the planet. See ya.
Well, well, well.